Hello, salutations, what it do, everybody? Yo, what is up? Craig, what's up, Zacer? What's up, Lethal Protector? Yasin, what it do? Bronzeman, if that was directed towards me, then I'm on PlayStation 5. What's up, Randy? What's up, King J? How many days until the next dev stream for Marvel's Avengers? Well, the dev stream's on Friday. Every Friday. You got the new Widow suit? Nice, nice. Yep. It's probably never coming off. Two more days. It's Wednesday, so that's Tuesday, so yeah, Friday. Today, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And pretty much everyone assumes that Christopher Judge is the big surprise. They didn't really do a good job of keeping that one a secret. Hey, what's up, Tyversal? Oh yeah, that's right. You have your Ultimate Hawkeye you want to show off. Getting ready for that OLT. Let's see, so let me get in the game, get everybody a chance to come in. Make sure you spam up that like button, subscribe if you're new. And if you want to support the channel, you haven't done it yet, you can become a defender. Just hit the join button and you get access to those awesome perks, custom emotes, early access to videos, member exclusive content. I got some pretty fire Harmon gameplay in there, as well as access to our private Discord where I show builds before they go live and we share memes. It's a lot of fun. They were trying to be cute about in the stream that Chris Judge not coming. I know, yeah, if they're trying to be cute, like they gave the worst possible clue. Like, oh, We have some special guests coming next Friday. We're so excited. I'm like, well, obviously it has to be the voice actors, otherwise no one cares. If it's relevant to War for Wakanda, then obviously it had to be the voice actors, because no one would care otherwise. You figured out how to max out the challenge cards in under an hour. Oh, you're doing the offline move the date and time trick that people have been doing. Yeah. What's crazy is this is the same bill you have for like 2 months now, just never showed anybody. Ah, look at you. You were keeping it in the cut for when you start your channel. I have no idea what Widow is wearing under her suit, James, but it does seem on brand. You hope Miss Marvel has an MCU movie? I wouldn't. Let's see how the show goes first. even the people behind the show aren't exactly sold on the actress, so let's see how the show actually turns out before we start talking movie. So I think she's going to be in the Captain Marvel sequel at the very least. It is called The Marvels, so she might be. Hey, what's up, Steven? Your videos have helped me out so much. You really appreciate your content and the way you explain everything. Oh, thank you, Steven, and thank you for supporting the channel. Glad I could help. When you start your channel, that's a members only bill. Hopefully it's done by then. You'll finally get your Tachyon Surge piece with the targeted buff, I'm assuming, is what you're looking for. The holy grail of range pieces. A Tachyon Surge buff with the targeted buff and just the right status on your arrow. Anybody else want to play? We got one spot open. Still no OLTs or anything like that, so once again,
I have just what you need.
We are just doing dailies and stuff. Nothing good here. Tachyon Surge piece is the piece that makes this build tear the fabric of reality. Surprisingly, the status on the range piece doesn't matter. Okay, that works. Your favorite concept art from Wakanda is the first one with Black Panther when he looks over Wakanda. No, the temple entrance.
Kind is better than not at all.
Unless it ends in
yeah, that one's pretty fire. Glad you watched the Black Widow build video. You knew nothing about the negative. Oh, you didn't know about the battery effect? Yep. Yeah, that's going to be very important, especially if they start nerfing people's builds. Okay. Well, they haven't so far. They haven't, as far as I can tell, they haven't nerfed the battery effect yet.
We could really
use your help. They just been like nerfing
what do you say?
Overall damage.
Great job.
But yeah, battery effect is definitely something you want to know about. Tachyon Surge piece needs the right stats. That is the story of all the gear in this game. You can't customize your builds. You can't customize you can't really have
what I need.
You know, true build diversity and customization because you're entirely dependent on the gear drops. You can't modify your gear at all. why are they nerfing stuff when it's a PvE game? That's a great question. The current theory, well, in terms of the Hawk, at least, is that because they were planning on having the Omega level threat, but at the same time they're going to have you be able to play multiples of the same hero. They wanted to scale down the damage of the players rather than spend a lot of extra time figuring out how to make the enemies more tougher.
Hey folks, it's Theo, your favorite Portal twin.
That's essentially the issue.
So, we've got a situation on our hands, and Dr. Pym has asked me to pitch in
Can we go to the anthill? I don't think we can do much of anything if you're on a power level 50 character.
Experiments. We think it might be another version of Abomination.
Might, Val, and Precision is all you need.
The Resistance can handle on their own. That's where you come in. Can you help us out?
I think those are pretty much the best stats outside of Resolve. When will the OLT come out? July, which is this month. After the dev stream for the Black Panther voice actor reveal, they might say that they're going to do the War Table dev stream. So I'm think it's possible, but I'm thinking they're going to save the
We're landing at the outskirts of the
actual Black Panther deep dive with the actual gameplay for the end of the month. I mean, obviously they're running out of time in this month if they want to get everything out on time. They still got to do the Omega level threat drop, and they seem to be slowly building up
There is a group of AIM forces up ahead.
Black Panther hype. So they did the concept art stream. Now they're going to do the voice actor stream. So they could end up doing the War Table, but I doubt it's going to be next week. It's probably going to, I have a feeling it's going to be like a while, like the end of the month. What's up, Zach?
They put up
Everybody take off your companion. Shikamala has the butt piece.
There they are.
Oh yeah. Not that it matters. I mean, this isn't exactly elite level content difficulty. What's up, Zach? How you doing today? How's everyone doing today? Haven't talked to most of y'all since apart from the members, I haven't talked to y'all since last week. It was a new week.
Well done, Avengers. The guard post is unaware of our presence in the area, but the path to the entrance
What's up,
is very
Captain?
narrow. Every member of the elite team must be
A new
defeated.
question: does changing the difficulty of the missions change the loot drops? Nope. The only thing that currently changing difficulty does is give you extra resources when you open chests. For example, if you open the chest on the DNA chest on challenge 4,
Enemy is down.
then you get 15
Another enemy
upgrade
defeated.
modules
Team are no longer a threat.
instead of, I think, 10. So really the benefit of the difficulty when you're opening chest
Okay,
is
folks,
basically when you're
the
farming.
short of it is,
That's when
process
difficulty matters the
mutates
most,
DNA.
unless
The
you're
Abomination clone
in the
we're
custom
looking for
harm
was
room
never
and
human in the first
testing a
place.
build.
No
You're basically only
transformation,
doing it for
all
the
monster.
extra resources.
surprisingly the opposite
Have
for
nerfed characters,
Inhumans.
they should focus
We
on
still gotta be
fixing
exposed to Terrigen
NPCs being able
activate
to
our
still hit us
powers.
while we're invisible. Yeah, I mean there are a lot of bugs currently still in the game that definitely could use some attention instead of Hawk's thunderclap, but you know, priorities. What's up, Memento? What's new in the game right now? Absolutely nothing. Well, there might be some new bugs, but you know, that's nothing new really.
There is a chest with gear
Do
close
not let
by.
them reach
The
our
only
asset.
thing new right now in the game is the slow build up towards War for Wakanda. You know, last week and yesterday they had the concept art showcase.
This is it.
And then this Friday sounds like they're gonna have the voice actors
Nice work, everyone.
for Black Panther on, which should be pretty cool.
For now.
At some point this month they're supposed to do the deep dive
You can stand down.
war table, so we get the actual gameplay and more story details, but we don't have a date on that either. Gotcha, appreciate your feedback. Anytime, Steven.
These enemies must be defeated.
It does make sense that enemies can see you or wherever you because you're making noise. So that's not the actual bug, Tom. So the actual bug is that enemies can literally see you when you're invisible, even if you're not attacking. Like it makes sense if they're attacking the spot where you're attacking from. The current bug is you'll literally just be standing invisible and they'll be able to target you as if it doesn't even work. It pops up a lot in the harm room, especially, and with drones. Let's go, JRP.
Hey, Jarvis? Is there anything in AIM's database on how this clone might differ from the original?
Other than programmed obedience and increased aggression, their notes are sparse.
The loot box not here. He's usually over there. Oh well.
That.
I'll just get the chest.
Woo! Just in time.
Clean that up nicely.
Incoming.
Didn't know Star Wars gonna be Black Widow. Yeah, I played Black Widow in the beta, and then I kind of fell off with her when I started maining Thor. Look at G's button. Did you find those
Thank
guys
you
to
for
farm you?
participating in this experiment, Avengers.
Sounds.
I'm sure the data I'm
I
about
haven't
to
looked them
gather
up.
will be
I should,
most
because
informative.
they sound
You're
hilarious.
perfect. You've only
But
got one move, Doc.
I definitely got to give them a
Never
hat
gonna
tip
work
for
on the
uploading that
Avengers.
video, because it was definitely hilarious watching them just delete you over and over again. Definitely one of the funniest videos I've seen. If you're the best gamer in the world, then it must have been really great.
Pathetic.
The abomination clone is defeated.
Yeah,
Well done, Avengers.
you know, the sit emotes for everybody. I don't know why they don't make them purchasable. So some of them, I know Captain America's was available in the cosmetic vendor, but you know, had to take the cosmetic vendor out for reasons. So only the people that had the game
Sorry if this sounds a little too
before March
unprofessional,
have
but
stuff like
was
that.
Intense. Clone abominations are no joke. You all did an awesome job.
That
It was a
guy's
pleasure to watch you
name,
work.
Frontline
I was taking
YouTube.
notes.
You want him in Easy X
It's
after I
probably
killed
not
him
the last
twice.
time we see one of
Yeah.
Aim's clone nasty.
Now sounds like you were talking trash, and they destroyed you after frequently destroying you on the regular. Sounds like they all just destroyed you on the regular, and then they ran into you on the late night and had to fold you real quick because you were talking reckless. I was cracking up, bro. I was like, what? The great genius button out here getting folded all in 4K. It ain't so. Say it ain't so. Genius button out here getting exposed in 4K. Imagine. Campaign for Roy to be kept in harm rooms. Are you actually like Roy popping up in harm rooms? Yo, bro, that was one of the funniest parts. He was like, "Yo, pull up, stop! Oh, you running? You running? You running?" They just deleted him while he was running away. I was cracking up, bro. Genius button was running for his life. He was just like, bleh, bleh, bleh. Dark Clyde, I don't know which. Have you added me already, Dark Clyde, on PlayStation? You're making a melee Widow build? Yeah, that's a good one to run. Melee Widow's pretty fun. You look at your friends list, you got the top players. Is that because you join their streams and they carry you? So, and you use that to brag about who's on your friends list? Imagine.
All right, Avengers. We've pinpointed the location of one of AIM's
Disable
cloning
matchmaking.
research labs.
This is mine.
We believe
What's up,
Scientist
Tasha?
Supreme has perfected her cloning
You'll
technology
join?
to the point where
Nice,
she
nice.
can literally produce copies
Who's
of our
this?
most deadly foes. Needless to say, we need to take them out. Leave
Yeah, I haven't
nothing
added
to
you yet.
chance. Destroy the clone you encounter and any research you find.
PSN. Here's my PSN for those that are new. What's up, Beach? How you doing? Appreciate you. Because great players only add great players. Yeah, that's exactly how that works. Too bad you're not a great player.
We're dropping you off close to the location.
I don't know if you know this,
AIM is
Genius
on high
Button, but
alert, so look out
great
for any
players don't get
forces in the
folded
area.
on stream and run away. Great players don't get farmed on the daily. Doing dailies on Genshin, then you're gonna hop on Avengers. Alright, so I have not played Genshin.
They have the tower locked
I think I
down with
played
an
Genshin
elite
the first
guard
week.
team. You're gonna have to
And
take them
then
out
I just-
before you can enter the facility.
I just got bored with the time gating. But it was fun. I legit love
Every member of the elite team
I
must be
like the
defeated.
anime RPG look. That's why I might get Nexus. But I love the open world, how interactive it was. I thought it was amazing.
Enough arrows for everyone.
Don't blink.
One of their agents is down.
Yes, I do, right?
Excellent. Another agent down. Another enemy defeated.
I believe I can make my
What's up, Commander?
He needs help.
How you doing? They didn't farm you. Sounds like they farmed you like all the time, and they just happened to catch you on that one stream where they proceeded to farm you again. Compared to Idiot Button, everybody is great. His friends list must be empty. How you doing, Commander? You good? Have you watched the Black Widow movie? I have. I'm still giving people a chance before I, you know, talk spoilers or whatever, but I gave my thoughts on it last week. It's gave it like a C level Marvel movie. I thought the actors were pretty good. The action was decent. The production value was high. It looked real nice. It was pretty fun, but I just thought the writing was just pretty horrendous.
You know what to do.
There they are.
Garbage movie. Yeah. Tyverse is not a fan at all. He's a lot less charitable than I am. He's downgraded it to a D. That's you wearing the classic Hawkeye.
My power is unstoppable.
An impressive and educational. Excellent work.
You heard what I told them. I said I killed y'all 10 times and
started.
killed me once. They didn't disagree because they know it's true. Yeah, okay. I didn't hear that at all. I heard them. I heard you being told to pull up, and I heard you being challenged to a 1v1, and then running away, and then getting folded on in 4K. Oh my gosh. I was like, wow. The great genius button. Exposed. Does anyone play on PS5? Me and Tyverse
Using
will
his
play on
credentials
PS5.
to enter the AIM
It just so
database.
happens.
And we have located the clone on the top floor. Watch out. I think it might be expecting you.
Let's
Yep,
take him out.
I'll definitely do that after this. So we can start playing some higher level stuff.
A shame you won't be around long.
Give you a few minutes to load in. That's fine. Well, we'll be well, we won't need a few minutes for Taskmaster.
See ya. Good night. Good night.
You never learn, Masters.
Ooh, a burn and a pun. Screw Fury. I want you to be the one I relentlessly annoy by not following orders.
You did pull up for the 1v1? Sure you did, James Button. If I pull up, you mean run away and get folded? Sure. Are they going to make my do-rag skin for every hero on the roster? I mean, they should. I wasn't picky. I just was like, okay, well, give me Black Panther and I'm good, but
Great
they
work,
want to make
Avengers.
a
If we get any more sightings of AIM clones,
they want to make a
we'll
Sadata
be back in
gamer
touch.
or every character, like Widow, Hawk. I wouldn't say no. Maddox. What was your PSN, Dark Clyde? Episode 5 came out of Loki. Yeah, this is the final week. It comes out every Wednesday. Yeah, I even did a stream. It was awesome. You should definitely watch it. Because I'm doing a stream for the last episode this Wednesday. Should be a lot of fun. And what's your PSN, Beach? I don't think I know you, Maddox. Did you add me yet, Maddox? We gotta do OLT trials on stream. Yeah, that would definitely be a thing. I already know who's gonna be on my team. Join failed, incompatible. What was that? Yeah, add my PSN. It's still in the chat. So Sadat Soul. Diverse to that's your opinion. Oh, is he saying that Black Widow, the movie, was complete garbage? I mean, it wasn't complete garbage. I don't think so. I thought the writing was mostly complete garbage, for sure. Objectively, the writing wasn't good. I can say that, but the movie itself, it was enjoyable for what it was. You turn your brain off for 2 hours. That type of movie. You don't think about it. It's perfectly fine. You're not doing OLT or Black Panther Genius button, so you're just not playing the game. Is that what you're saying? You're quitting the game? When will my other character builds come out? In time. In time. I know I'm doing Thor when his MCU skin drops. And the only one left after that, I think, that I haven't done at this point is Kate. But I don't really have a reason to do Kate unless she gets something new. So after that, I'll definitely do Black Panther, obviously, when he comes out. But I've done pretty much every character except Kamala too. I don't like Kamala. That was you, RB. All right, got you. I don't know what that joint era was. Rip. Mad car.
Hello. This is Ninja Pop.
It's a feminist movie with no respect for the source material. I mean, he's not wrong. But, you know, that's a lot of Marvel products now. You don't play with Kamala either. She's boring. Yeah, I recognize she can be a lot of fun, for sure.
No.
What mission are we
And
doing?
she'll definitely be clutch.
I know you're trying to be the bigger man about this, but I kinda
For
wish
like
you'd be a
healing,
jerk.
for like probably an OLT type of content.
Anything particular?
You know, you got to have a healer on the squad.
Oh. I'm here.
You got the arrow. You got the arrow too. I'll just start working out this second. Yeah,
Yeah, this is Darkseid.
just add it to the list. This one made Taskmaster and Marvel's Avengers look good. Yeah, yeah, very correct. This one, their interpretation of Taskmaster definitely ranks next to the Deadpool and X-Men Origins Wolverine as the worst character adaptation in a comic book movie.
You're heading into another tachyon storm. Just stay focused on
I think
completing
it was
the
definitely
mission.
better
We're
than
monitoring
Deadpool
you
and
from
X-Men's
here.
Origin Wolverine, I think. Arguably. Actually, I don't even know about that. Ryan Reynolds was awesome in the movie before, you know, they transformed him. So yeah, this one's arguably worse. Hawkeye is a healer too. Yeah, but not really. He can be, but not, you know, not like Kamala. You know, she can literally heal herself just by pressing R2. And she gets multiple charge of the heal. And she can heal from anywhere. She can heal from the other side of the map, you know.
The message originated from this
Hawkeye's
forest.
heal only works if you're standing in the circle,
There's a
so
decommissioned
he has
aim base
healing
here.
capabilities, but he's not what I would call a
That's not
healer.
aim
Kamala is a
protocol.
true
They usually
healer.
strip it clean.
The mystery deepens.
That you could be doing way more damage than you're doing now, and the devs won't let you be great. Can't realize your full potential.
I begin to suspect
You're definitely not wrong there. I mean, I don't think you're ever going to be great,
This doesn't
but
feel like their MO.
I
Either
think
way,
all of us
let's get to
are
where
kind of
that
waiting
plot comes.
for them to get the gear system sorted out, because yeah, you can't really craft the gear that you want, because not only are the perks on the exotics, for example, you know, not good,
Destroy the false
but
god!
you're relying entirely on
Twisted
RNG.
monuments dedicated to me and
You can't customize or mod your gear at all. It's just really bad.
Let's check it out.
What's up, Yasin?
Careful.
Your internet went out. Hate when that happens. It's weird. I grew up in the
Scan
90s
the monument and get
before
on.
internet was really a thing.
I am the
And
one true Thor!
I got by
These Woken
pretty
can be
fine,
reasoned with.
but then, you know, once I got used to the internet, it was like whenever it goes out, it's like, well, what do you do now? It's usually only an issue like when the power goes out too, and it's like nighttime. Because if it's not nighttime, then I'm like, okay, well, I can just
The
read a
monument
book.
also appears to be a signal transmitter.
Which
But
is why we read it as the
if
source
it's
of it
dark,
all.
then it just becomes a whole thing.
It's linked to a nearby structure that just started emitting strange energy readings.
Then our mission is clear.
You got a glitch with
Surely
no
our
tachyon
imposter
showing.
and this machine lie within.
Hate when that
Let's
happens.
check it out.
The structure is sealed, but I should be able to bypass the main door control.
Don't worry,
The
we
Woken
got other
appear
orb collectors.
familiar to you as well.
Yes.
What's
Either
up,
they're
Cloud?
part of AIM or some kind of
Yeah,
radical
we'll
offshoot.
try to get you in.
This is how we do it.
Man Beach has 0
There's
power.
a chest with special resources
I don't
close to
think
your
that's
location.
actually possible. It's probably a bug. Probably a visual bug.
The strange
Everybody has a little
readings
power.
are growing stronger, which is probably
Just realize you're watching the stream, not live. But yeah, you got to make sure that red light is showing. If we fail, then we know we always get them.
Another trap.
We'll get them.
Destroying the
You got
nearby
it.
transformers should bypass the security
got this,
systems
probably.
and allow us access.
Gladly.
Like the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Don't worry. It's not for me to go around.
Take down time. You have looked at Ryan Reynolds' channel. His YouTube channel? I didn't realize he even had a YouTube channel, but that makes sense. All the celebrities have a YouTube channel. I don't tend to keep up with him. Like,
Only 2 more to go.
I know Will Smith got one. I started watching a little bit because I love Will Smith, but even Jack Black, like I just, when it comes to celebrities, I know it's just like, I'd rather just watch your movies.
Time for some shut-eye.
The credits are waiting for
That was the
MCU
last
Thor, possibly MCU BP. Well, MCU Thor is definitely taking his sweet time, but I think you'll have an issue with MC Black Panther. I would be surprised if that wasn't in the marketplace at launch. Deadpool and Kong. Krog from the Deadpool and Krog from the Thor crossover vid. That actually sounds very entertaining. I gotta check that out. Ryan Reynolds is a funny man. Cannot wait for Deadpool 3, the MCU version. I'm curious to see how they make that one work.
The door is open.
Even though it is a good sign that they're giving him the R rating now. It wasn't, if they weren't giving Deadpool 3 the R rating, then I would assume it was going to be trash. But
Let your lies be exposed.
now that I know that Ryan had to pull to get the R rating, I think he'll be able to steer the movie from being as bad as I think a lot of
Interlopers
the upcoming Marvel content is going to be.
This is pretty weird.
and annoying. Face me in battle, deceiver.
Ryan Reynolds is everything.
We shall
He really
see
does.
Who is worthy of the name
Imagine being born with
Thor.
just
Oh,
everything.
My worshipper's faith is not in question. Woken,
The power,
hear me.
Beach's power is 149. That's right. Beach setting the record straight. He does not have a power level of 0. He has a power level of 149. The game volume. Oh yeah. How's this? Why is it even so high? OBS resetting my settings.
Fight me, charlatan. I would not sully Mjolnir
That's why Tyversal is an honorary mod.
with my understudy. Coward. Then we shall destroy your automaton, and you next.
And you're dead. Does anyone know if Widow's Bite or Veil of Shadows ability?
With an imposter.
Does anyone know if Widow's Bite on her Veil of Shadows ability is a bug? What do you mean? Are they ever going to continue the Thor mission and fight the Woken Loki?
Nice work.
Great question. We have no idea.
I can't tell you how valuable this data is to us. Thank you.
What was that, almost a year ago now? I assume at some point they will. The issue is that they've just been so backlogged with content. So they really haven't had a chance to follow up on anything. They said they intended to give the OG characters more iconic missions, but they just haven't, because they had to get out Wakanda, they had to get out Spider-Man by a certain time, plus they had to deal with all the bugs. You know, they've been playing catch up, so something like that is probably lower on their priorities, unfortunately. But I assume it will be fixed. It'll be something they address at some point. It gave you villain sector stuff and says sight unseen complete. Is this garbage? I don't know. It's been buggy. I don't know. It's felt a little buggier than usual lately. Like I'm getting, like I've been doing the. It could this could partially just be because of it's glitched altogether. But the custom harm room, the frame rate in the custom harm room like gets downright terrible when there's a bunch of enemies on screen. I guess why they didn't give us that option on console, because remember when they advertised the custom harm room, for intel,
You have a plan to stop her.
they show like the room filled with enemies, and when you got it on console, it was like, oh well, the enemy size is nowhere near that big. When it only goes up to 5, but because of the current bug, you can get pretty much the whole room filled all at once. But when that happens, sometimes like the frame rate just goes to a crawl, which is weird on the PS5. I even uploaded a video on my Twitter of me one-shotting some 170 enemies with Hawk, and you couldn't even tell in the clip, like the frames was causing the game to stutter. It's weird. You just realize if Black Panther gets an MCU skin, it's literally going to be perfect, because first, he doesn't have weapons, so you don't have to worry about that. And second, he don't have hair, so he's going to be perfect. You say that, but then they're going to, you know, someone's going to complain about, oh, it's the wrong shade of black. Don't the MCU Captain America debacle, not even a debacle, just the complaints about MCU Captain America made me convinced that there are just certain people in this community who are just complaining about the game for the grift. Like they're not sincere, they're not genuine. It's literally just a grift. They're doing it for attention, they're doing it for money. They don't care. And the better the game is, the more ridiculous and weird complaints they're going to come up with, because they have to. All this new content coming to the game again, right? All this content that we're waiting for is overwhelming to custom harm. What's up, James? You still haven't seen Bone Shaker in a Melee piece yet? Yikes. That famous RNG.
Project Omega's getting shut down.
Your Tachyon mission is the one from yesterday. Oh, your daily? That's weird. So it reset. Did it reset for everything else, Tyversal? Or did it literally just only leave you with yesterday's Tachyon? Yeah, because when you use it, the enemies get electrified like you had used her Widow's Bite. Oh, her both Black Widow's invisibility and her power surge have an AoE effect. So it's not a bug. That's just part of the ability. The more valor you have, the more damage they do. You only got epic rewards from Tachyon missions. Yeah, that's a relatively recent change. That's why, like, before Tachyon missions were kind of worth. Well, there was a point where Tachyon missions were legit a good source of farming, and then they just completely nuked the drop rate for exotics. And now, after you play the Tachyon rifts for a certain amount of time, you stop getting legendaries altogether, even if you complete it 100%. They start giving you epics after a while instead of legendaries. It's pretty bad, and I mean, just add it to a list of things that that they need to fix, and they haven't.
Okay, doormen are down.
But yeah, I feel like they definitely need to do something about the gear in general. Obviously, we need loadouts and crafting, but they're way too stingy with the availability of loot. Exotics should drop from everywhere. I feel like that's a no-brainer, and they got to do something about the Tachyon rifts. Like, it's bad enough that the exotic drop rate is so low, but if you're not even getting legendaries from completing it, like what are we doing? Yes, and you'll literally throw hands. He doesn't have on sneakers. Yeah, that's why you would have had so much valor. The more valor, the more damage. Basically because the Widow's Bite and the Power Surge AoE effect scales off valor. I just beefed it up a little bit, but just for the purposes of that custom harm room, it definitely helps to have some extra valor.
Always a thorn in my side.
Monica, you're on the wrong side of history.
But outside of that, I usually just stick with the range.
Monica. Project Omega didn't save the world.
The tag-on gear is trash. It's only meant for low level play. That's not true, actually. There's the if you can get the holy grail of range pieces, at least the range piece that has the targeted buff and the tachyon surge, that's just an objectively great piece. Getting both a targeted damage buff and a tachyon surge, something like that on Iron Man or Hawkeye or another range character like that, it's pretty crazy. We got 4 weeks until King T'Challa arrives. Yeah, more or less. We don't know the exact date, but actually, no, we don't. We feel like it's probably more than 4 weeks, right? Because it's still July 13th, and we don't know exactly when, but I assume it'll be out at the end of the month, at the end of August. Like, there's some people that are hopeful it'll be early August, but they never release content in like the beginning of the month. What's up, Wyatt?
Don't these guys ever learn?
You make the change whenever you boot the game up again. Valid. Let me clear out some of these enemies. Might as well go with the staff too. All good perks on normal gear. Yeah, they're real. And yeah, the exotics a lot of times, the exotics are mainly just rehashes of the legendary and epic gear, just with sometimes higher stats. Like, they really need to figure that out, especially with the OLT. Like, they gotta have like legit loot. Like if I run Family Reunion, I better get some like good gear, for especially if the super adaptoid is any bit of a challenge. Like, imagine if we do the whole LLT, it's actually decent, but then at the end of it, the exotics are trash. Like, that will like defeat the entire purpose of having the OLT to begin with. So I hope they actually listen to people and did something with the exotics for this one, especially if they went to the trouble of doing like custom exotics. Is that exactly always? Yeah, I think the earliest I remember them releasing a major content drop was like, I think Kate came out on December 18th. And I think they started the Red Room, but the actual, because remember the actual Red Room didn't start until the end of the month. Towards the end of the month, they had the Ruskaya protocols but that wasn't even a real event. So yeah, the earliest you're going to see content is like the middle
Enemy spotted.
of the month, and we've already passed that phase. So yeah, this Thursday is the 15th, so we could see the Omega level threat next week. That's possible if it's ready. But I'm expecting the Black Panther deep dive at the last week of the month.
You know, it doesn't surprise me that using people is your idea of kindness. I already told you you fail, but you'd rather die than let go of power. So I'll make you let go.
You only use Tachyon for the major artifact. I wish I could get that surge piece. I know June got it for his Iron Man after a lot of grinding, but I just didn't have the patience, and I don't like Iron Man, so like I forget it. Exotics mostly just do status damage. Want exploding fist, heroic etc. You need to roll with normal gear. Yeah, and I do. I just wish they had better stuff. Those best pieces at the vault, but you can't get it with the right person attributes. If you had a recalibration, you would have had her built done by now. That's why you stopped farming. Yeah, farming is definitely feels largely pointless a lot of times because of just how trash loot is a lot of the time, and also the fact that even if you can't like customize your stuff at all. So and they lock certain, and they start locking stats behind certain gear pieces. So if the piece you want just straight up doesn't come in the stats that you're looking for, then there's nothing you can do about it. Now Phil said that they're going to have updates when War for Wakanda comes out. I don't know what that. I think he phrased it as gear adjustments, which did not sound particularly inspiring. Do I have the Reverend Coil exotics? I do. I don't think I actually use any though currently. When OLTs drop, if you're asking when they drop, the family reunion is on the roadmap for this month. The other ones don't have a date. Doom God, what? He's got a pretty god tier piece for his Iron Man. He's got a targeted buff with the Tachyon surge on his range piece. I think he got missile damage too. What's up, nerd? Used to tell people this all the time. You only need 1 exotic and 3 legendary. I mean, I think most people listen to that. I mean, most people realize that on their own. What's up, Harlem? When is the Omega Hive? You mean the family reunion? We don't have a date.
You're just a small inconvenience. I have enough of your madness. I'm ending it here and now.
Focus your attacks on Dr. Rappaccini.
Everyone coil is trash. To be fair, most exotics in this game are trash.
This is nothing. The world doesn't need Avengers. AIM will save this world. I will save it.
Junior, is that you? Murder Hobo? Where are you? I'm in the time bubble. The cube. It's doing these weird psychic things. Yeah, Monica's messing with it. It's unstable. Unfinished. That sounds bad. You know what? Try and stop her. Yeah, thanks. Hadn't thought of that. Hold on.
You can't resist forever. Give up.
Hey, I can see you. What? How? There's this, weird...
You're out of here. Those Red Room exotics were poo. Most exotics are poo in this game, unfortunately. I don't have the patience usually to do the save scum. Like some people will just do the backup save trick over and over again until they get a decent piece. I just call it a day.
You'll pay for that.
I'm like, I'll do it once or twice and then I'm out.
So desperate to stop me.
What is the next event for Avengers? All the current stuff is on the roadmap, and it's just this month. Family reunion, multiple heroes next month. Wakanda. After that, we don't know, but they are having another roadmap in the next. They said, I think they said the next month or two they're going to do another roadmap that'll cover the rest of this year and what is coming next year. But we can assume that after Wakanda, maybe we'll get patrol mode in November, along maybe a mega level threat in October, and Spider-Man in December. New skins, I think the volcanic set, the rest of the volcanic set is coming out. Outside of that, I have no idea. I don't think Thor is coming out with his MCU skin until the Omega level threat. Mining name sets are good depending on the type of build you're making, but then devs go and remove proficiency and resolve top players from being OP. Yeah, I assume the Omega level threat won't be ready until towards the end of this month. I think Black Panther Deep Dive is going to be the last week of the month, so maybe the Omega level threat will be next week. What's up, Kev? Welcome. He was doing the OT, you would build check every player. If you don't like the build, they wouldn't come with you. I mean, that goes without saying, but I think they should be build checking you. How was the Black Widow? What, the movie? Mediocre. If you like a mindless action, it's fine for what it is, but yeah, I wouldn't necessarily recommend spending $30 on it unless you really love Black Widow. You'll probably enjoy it. What's up, Craig? How you doing? You're on. Why did you just get an ad for McDick's buttermilk crispy chicken sandwich? You just got one. McDonald's is, I don't know what it is about McDonald's. I know it's trash, but for some reason when I use Uber Eats, I always end up defaulting to McDonald's if I have nothing that I want particular. Like, I'll look past, these really nice restaurants, you know, Japanese or Indian food, I'll be like, you know what, let's have some fries from McDonald's. I don't know what they put in that stuff, but always do it. Wilson Garcia, can you join? You have to add me on PlayStation. It's Sadat Soul. Ty Versal wants his Hawkeye. I feel you. What's up, Richard? How you doing? Memento is definitely mediocre. You thought they could have done better. Yeah. Yeah, I think Paul Tassi at Forbes had an interesting article about Widow. He felt like she was like irrelevant in her own movie. Like they could have done the entire thing without her. She had really no impact. Which I don't think is necessarily true, considering, you know, the twist at the end and everything, but in a way, yeah, she didn't seem particularly relevant to the plot. Yeah. The way it set it up, it felt like Yelena was more relevant than Widow was, which I could have been intentional because, you know, Widow is obviously, you know, dead, and they want Yelena to be involved going forward. How old am I? I'm 275 this month. Since Marvel started releasing stuff on Disney Plus, use the hidden website to watch everything for free. That's illegal, you sin. Mickey D is comfort food. I don't know if I'd call McDonald's comfort. I definitely don't feel comfortable when I'm on the toilet afterwards, but it's definitely something I default to. You prefer KFC? I prefer a lot of things. Just for some reason, I'll end up getting McDonald's more often than I should. You pre-ordered Guardians of the Galaxy and then realized it was made by Square Enix, so you canceled. Probably a good decision.
Okay, let's check it out. Carefully.
You people are hard-headed, you'll do it yourself then.
Looks like it.
I mean, that's life, Tyversal. Sometimes you just gotta do it yourself. Do I really believe Natasha is really dead? Yes, I really believe she fell to her death in Endgame and was dead. Unless you're suggesting that she became a Force ghost like Red Skull, which I think he's not technically alive either. So either way, yeah, she's dead. You know, with the whole, obviously Loki introduces the whole multiversal thing, so yeah, I'm sure there's probably a variant of Black Widow out there, but I'm pretty sure Scarlett Johansson is finished with the role, or Marvel is finished with her in the role. That lumberjack slam at Denny's. Oh, you eat at Denny's? Of course you do. Popeyes is your comfort food. That's a pretty solid choice. Popeye does slap. My nieces are normies who love the MCU stuff, and they thought the Widow movie sucked, so it must be pretty bad. It's definitely not great. Like if you're the type of person who like actually pays attention to movies that you watch, and you know, like, you know, for like plot points and stuff like that, like you actually know what you're looking for, it will definitely distract you, because the writing, like I said, is really bad. Like there's no way around it. It's really bad. Probably the, like, I trash Captain Marvel for good reason. It was, you know, Brie Larson's character was not well written in terms of development. and it definitely had some hyper cringe moments, but it was way better written than Black Widow. Black Widow was very poorly written. It surprised me until I saw that the people they hired to write and direct it basically had no credits. Greg, did you miss anything? No. You took fall damage. Yeah, fall damage didn't exist in Black Widow. Black Widow, I think Black Widow basically retconned Natasha as a super soldier, because there were very many times in the movie where she should have been dead or seriously injured and she just walked it off with no damage. It was pretty funny. When they killed her, she died. Yeah. Bucks and 6. Oh, the finals? Nah. Sun's got this. Chris Paul is definitely not letting this opportunity to get his first wing slip away. I think the Suns are definitely taking this one. Black Widow was the worst Marvel movie so far. You might not be wrong. As much as I rightly dunked on Captain Marvel, I at least left the theater like, oh, that was still enjoyable despite all everything that's bad with it. And that was because like the writing, you know, was actually okay, apart from, you know, obviously having to make Brie Larson OP and infallible. But Samuel Jackson was great. But there was good stuff in it. But yeah, Black Widow was just especially, and then the end credit scene didn't land like it was supposed to, because they had no control over, because of the delays. A reveal at the end basically didn't have the impact it was supposed to. What's up, Poppy? Oh, it's going well. You're late, Darth Vader. You're right on time. Nothing's happening. We're just chatting. There's no content this week, so the only noteworthy thing in Marvel's Avengers this week is the Wakanda concept art and the dev stream this Friday. They still get the chip this year for sure. When you watch Black Widow, your cousin, and he's 9, and we were at the post-credit scene. I asked him how she died. He said she took fall damage. It's hilarious.
Thor?
Giannis is too hungry though. It's going to game 7. I don't know. I think Monty Williams is going to make an adjustment. What do you think Black Panther's ultimate and heroic support are going to be? I think Miller. I forgot what Miller said. I think he gave me the titles. I forgot what the ultimate was called, but he said the assault heroic was spear related. You got your name in the credits. Take that. There you go. You watched Black Widow yesterday. You liked it. You don't care if they're super villain. Yeah. Well, if anyone hasn't seen Black Widow yet, at this point, you know, ignore Roleplex's comment. But yeah, it's been out for a full weekend now, so you haven't seen it yet, you probably get spoiled at this point.
You got lucky, but I've covered our track. You'll never find us.
I'll take that bet.
I pity you.
Will's Marvel's take on a James Bond movie. Was it? I didn't get a James Bond vibe at all. I felt like they basically tried to. It felt like Black Widow basically tried to copy off of Winter Soldier and missed out on the parts of what made Winter Soldier truly great, and it ended up falling short.
How valuable this data is to us. Thank you.
And we supposed to be getting that permanent anomaly too this month. Oh yep, you buy skin now, yes. Oh, OLT this Thursday? Is that the title of your YouTube video? Because it's not something that's happening. is that a Super Rebel video title? Here's a legendary that's trash. Another trash piece. More trash. So much trash. Bill Sons, your favorite Avengers news people are Marvel's Avengers updates and Miller. I always go for Miller for the tea, for the stuff that's not official. You're an idiot, so you thought the pile was good. That's okay, you said. The gear piece, you have that stealth breaker perk. I know where I got it, but I missed one. Oh, the heavyweight buff gloves. I got them from DNHS. Just doing some farming. The Pelicans are getting the Suns assistant coach after season. Hope it works out. Can't lose Zion. I'm not gonna lie, you're probably gonna lose Zion.
Completing the mission. We're monitoring you from here.
You join? Oh yeah, I got you, Cloud. What's up, Julian? Nobody joined on your attack mission, so we're running again. Yeah, the Suns got to take it home. I really just want Chris Paul to get his ring, bro. He earned that. I felt like he got robbed when he was with this when he was with the Rockets because they would have totally won that series if he hadn't pulled his hamstring. And I feel like Chris Paul definitely needs to get a championship before he retires, especially in a situation where he was the reason that they got to the chip in the first place. Like, it's always sad when a veteran has to get their ring like on a ring chasing type tip, like, you know, coming off the bench or waving a towel. But Chris Paul, mid-30s, still balling out of his mind. He definitely deserves to finally get that ring.
I'm not so sure.
Giannis is young. He'll have plenty of opportunities.
Either way, let's get to where that call came from.
Let my man Chris Paul eat. What's that exotic? It looks like a ring. Yeah, the ring. The best exotic if you're trying to have infinite heroics. Ring of Nibelung. What's up, Christian? How you doing?
Okay, let's check it out carefully. Jarvis?
I'll scan the monument and get answers.
Enemy down!
Jobs having extra trash this week. It's almost impossible not to have the full resources. You're not wrong. I definitely posted a screenshot on my Twitter because it got ridiculous. I had 99. I had maxed out everything. I had 99 everywhere. 999 upgrade modules, 999 polychlorin, 99,000 resource, everything. I had everything maxed out. Because there's nothing to spend stuff on. There's nothing to spend on.
That's why we read it as the source of the call.
Indeed. It's
Part of the story in Black Widow reminded you of when Wolverine went back to where it all started. I think, yeah, I definitely think that they were going for that whole thing, like,
Let's check it out.
which is why this is why the timing of the movie was weird. Like, they should have released Black Widow, the movie, years ago, but of course the only reason the executives didn't release Black Widow
There's a chest with gear close by.
years ago when it would have been still relevant is because they basically didn't actually believe a female superhero movie would sell.
There's a chest with special resources.
So they put Black Widow on the back burner until they saw Wonder Woman go ham,
I don't think
and then they started leaning in.
reasoned with, sir. There's the entrance.
But it just felt like dated. Fortnite got a LeBron. And you gotta know they were calling him Fortnite.
Another trap.
I still don't want to play Fortnite whatsoever. that had, I guess some people may have been excited by that, but that gave me zero interest in Fortnite. I had zero interest in Fortnite before LeBron got a skin. I think I possibly have even less interest in Fortnite actually now that they gave LeBron his own skin. Because I don't actually like LeBron. I like him as a player. I respect him as a player, but I don't like him personally. So him getting a Fortnite skin did absolutely nothing for me. You call it the ring of Nibelheim. Close enough. Charles Barkley should have got one. He definitely should have, but Charles Barkley, like many people from that era, had the unfortunate misfortune of playing at the same time as Michael Jordan. And Barkley probably had the worst. He got peak Jordan. Like, at least Stockton and Malone had a fighting chance, because it was like late 30. It was like 30s Jordan. But Barkley had to deal with peak Jordan. So and then he had to deal with like young Shaq. Then young Shaq came in, and then Hakeem like got into his prime after Jordan retired. Like, Barkley just had Barkley just had no luck, bro. How you run into both peak Jordan and peak Olajuwon? And then when he was older and got to the Rockets, he ran into peak Shaq. So it was just not in the cards for Barkley to get a ring.
Let your lie be exposed.
Did I hear about Dame to Golden State? I saw Golden State and Laker fans and a lot of fandoms photoshopping Dame into their favorite team's jersey, but I haven't heard anything like real about it.
Not in question. Woken, hear me. The false
Y'all wasting buff stuff and put it in your locker, then break it down. That's what I usually do. That's why I have so many materials. Don't even start playing Fortnite. I don't intend to. But he has a do-rag. Yes, he does. And Crystal Dynamics needs to put that in this game, and then we'll be good. Wish you had enough popcorn to get to the final 2 levels. Just keep grinding them. Do the Mega Hive. Do your dailies. You'll get there. How do you get the ring? You have to finish the story and do all the faction, stuff. Shield and Inhuman faction. You get all the major artifacts by just playing through the story, doing the mission chain after that.
In league with an imposter.
Does anyone know any missions that have the worship boss? What is it? Turbulence? Agony on the Anthill. It's the flying one. Then I think it's Turbulence. I don't know. I know the crawling one is Agony on the Anthill.
Thank you.
Nobody plays Fortnite. Only 7. I mean, it is one of the most popular games in the world, so someone's playing it. Not me though. What is your PSN, Cloud? Trying to find it. I don't see you. Fortnite is poo-poo. You're looking for a live one? Yeah, Turbulence. Hey, Sadat, just wondering when me and Legion will collab. Probably when the Omega level threat comes out. Trying to collab with some of the other YouTubers in this community. Do you think we'll be back in space in this game? There's a glitch that can get you in space, but maybe when Captain Marvel comes out. I'm on PS5. Kyle says Avengers and Fortnite is better than Marvel's Avengers. I mean, I'm personally not a fan of the cartoony look, but I mean, the skins are obviously 100% accurate. No denying that, but you know, that's why. But Fortnite is the best in the world, probably at making skins. So it's not really saying much. How do you find more vault locations? You just gotta raid the shield caches so you can get the vault coordinates. After you do the full Reigning Supreme mission chain, you have all the vaults unlocked. You just have to go to the cache to get the coordinates. And the easiest way to get shield cache coordinates is Day of Remains. Anyone else want Scarlet Witch in this game? I'm pretty sure a lot of people want Scarlet Witch in this game. But we don't go to space, because we go to space and BB takes his helmet off, he's gonna go white. Oh god. Pretty sure the Avengers will have their spacesuits. Oh, you're good for now, Clyde. I was waiting to see if Cloud will join, but I don't think Cloud will be able to join in time. Might have to do it next. Might have to do it next round. Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange should have been. To be honest, Doctor Strange should have been like the first DLC. They should have really tried to front load this. Especially, it's a big Marvel game. I think the roster choice kind of worked against them a little bit, because now people, of course, look at this as an MCU game, and then the fact that you get, you know, they went with lesser known heroes to start. You know, you got Kamala in the story, then you got Kate as the first DLC. You know, you didn't even get Hawkeye until the following year.
I'll send my reserve teams into the area to back you up. Thanks.
I felt like they definitely could have spiced things up a bit with the main roster. BP Stark Tech concept art said failed to join. Yeah, I have to do it when we're, I guess, not at the loading screen, because everyone doesn't have their matchmaking disabled. By the way, if everyone that joins me, make sure you disable your matchmaking. Thank you. The question is, why is Kamala in this game? That's a great question. I assume it's because I feel like, and I'd love to if we got this confirmation or at least some more insight into this after, you know, everything, after the dust clears, and we get some behind the scenes stuff about what went on, because I feel like with the choices they made for characters, it had to be kind of like a collab with Marvel. Like Marvel was like, look, we got these characters, they have Disney Plus shows coming up, and you know, we're not sure about them. They're not, you know, big in the fandom. We really gotta give them a little boost. So that's why they ended up doing like Kate Bishop as the first DLC, and Kamala because she has a Disney Plus show, as same with Kamala. Just to give them some more visibility, since they're being introduced to the MCU. Matchmaking is off. Good. You first played, you were wondering where was Clint. Yeah, because that part was definitely on them, because they advertised Clint first, and then as the first launch hero, and people like, yay, Hawkeye. And then they did it, and then when they did the deep dive, when they did the war table to officially reveal the DLC, they're like, Kate Bishop, and we're like, what? Who? And they initially planned to have them come out back to back, but obviously, you know, that didn't work out. So we ended up getting Kate in December instead of October, and then we didn't even get Hawkeye till March. Kamala's just a waste of space. That said, I like their version of Kamala. I don't enjoy playing the character very much, but I thought they did a good job with her once she actually got to play with her. I know she rubbed some people the wrong way, but once I got to know the character, I thought they did a really good job of translating her the game. After the dust clears, CD gonna get snapped. I mean, possibly. It depends on how Wakanda goes. So I think we'll get 6 to 8 man raids. No, I do not. Unless they plan on, unless they finally plan on abandoning previous gen and going all in on next gen. I think the most we're getting is 4 people. What region is turbulence in? Should be Pacific Northwest.
Hold your people back until the area is secure. Once
Can you join next mission? What's your PSN?
Theo insists on helping you out, and there's literally no
Marvel's going to be in the next Captain Marvel movie with Monica Rambeau. It's called The Marvels or some crap. That's what we're assuming. I mean, based on the title. I mean, why? That's what everyone's assuming. Like, otherwise they would just call it Captain Marvel 2 or something. You just ran the Heroic Hive. Oh, the 14th floor.
Kind of feels like my birthday.
Yep, that's pretty common.
Look for a chest with gear nearby.
Beating up a invisible enemy.
You wouldn't last a day in the red room.
Someone else has Veil of Shadows. And steal my move, sir.
A resistance ally is in trouble nearby and needs your help.
Is my Hawk powerful in the game? Yeah, you must have missed my Hawk stream. It was pretty entertaining.
then destroy it so your people can get access.
Use the control panel inside to access the generators. Work quickly as they
Can you join next round? I see we got some. Alright, we got a couple people. So now I got to get Cloud in, and yeah.
Ready to fight.
Make sure if you haven't added me yet that you add my PSN, because I'm seeing newer people.
Force field is down. Just gotta take out the adapter.
Good night.
So that Whittle build is sick. Oh, thank you, Nerd. Glad you enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun to play.
That'll expose a shield generator.
I'll keep as many busy as I can.
Hello.
Looks like you've made a new friend.
I haven't played Hawk yet today. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it eventually. I think I have all the pieces I need for my Hawk.
Guess I do.
Only if I'm nitpicking, I would like a reactive buff piece with better stats. That was weird. My invisibility didn't trigger. Guess they really wanted to land that hit. Fresh AF. Hope everyone's having a blessed day. I believe we are. Thank you for the positivity. They should add hero specific artifacts. They should. I saw Wolverine was doing some concept
Hell yeah. With these weapons,
fan
we
art.
finally fight AIM on a more even footing.
I think he did
They need. Theo's already delivering
he did Stormbreaker Thor
Express delivery.
and Infinity War Captain America. And he gave their unique weapons as like major artifacts that would come with like new combos. I thought that was a neat idea. Have like Infinity War Captain America skin, and then he comes with a major artifact that gives him the dual Wakandan shields, and he gets new combos
We'll need them if we want to win this war
to
against.
go with that.
Now, let's go get your people out of those.
He did, I think he did one for Ragnarok Thor as well.
Humans on display like that?
You get the skin, and then he has new
Release them at some point.
unarmed combos that you can do.
Save the city.
Yeah, his art looks amazing. I don't know why he doesn't work on the design team at Crystal Dynamics, because they could definitely use the help. He has he comes up with some really cool concept art. Like if they were relying on him for cosmetics, like I feel like people would definitely like the marketplace more.
Okay, I'm topside and en route.
Let's see, we got 79 people in the chat, 55 likes. That will not do. Spam up that like button. Let's get to 70 likes. I'd appreciate it.
Allies is close by and could use some help.
I feel like I'm taking a long way, but I'll get there eventually.
They'll help us take down Aim's lab.
Here we go. This is basically going to be how Spider-Man is in this game.
Even with the Avengers here, are we sure we can handle this many AIM units?
Great question, Doc. Commander Hill, what's your status?
Key team should be with you now.
That answer your question?
I've resigned myself to this.
Now, just disable each cell's power source.
I don't think they're going to do skywebs. I just don't see it. And they don't really have any other options. It's either skywebs or the same trash traversal as the rest of us.
Great job. They're free. That did it.
Thank you.
Theo, work your magic.
You're safe now.
It'll be unfortunate, but that's probably exactly what's gonna happen. Thank you, nerd. Airwebs is basically how it is in Future Revolution, but they can get away with that because it's a mobile game. I feel like Crystal Dynamics is going to get trashed no matter what they do. If they have airwebs, people are gonna make fun of them for doing airwebs. If they don't do airwebs, people are going to dunk on them for having Spider-Man running around because there's not enough stuff for him to swing off of.
Now that the gang's all here and these nice people are free,
I saw someone post the meme
Lead the way, Cap.
from Spider-Man,
We take the fight to AIM.
Careful, Cap. Aim's pouring in more units, and the bridge
the first one, when he's leaving the party and trying to chase Vulture, and he has nothing to swing off of. He has to go through this empty field. so he's just running. They said that's pretty much how it's going to be in this game, which they're probably not wrong. There's really not a lot of room for them to maneuver there. Eating his eyes from the heroic hive. I saw. It's pretty common. I'm just impressed that they got the heroic hive to work. That was a problem for a while. Couldn't even finish the thing. I did get one exotic when I ran it. I got one with Hawk, which annoyed me because I tested it with Hawk because it was faster, but I really wanted to get one for Widow, see if I could get something good, but I ended up getting it for Hawk. I got absolutely nothing with Widow.
They'll do their best to spin it and make themselves the victims.
Agreed. But some people will know the truth.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Story of Crystal Dynamics at this point. At this point, there are a lot of people that are just committed to hating on the game. So even when they do good stuff, you know, there's people they're just gonna hate. Nothing they can do about it. So they just gotta make the best game they can. Ignore the haters. And please stop giving them ammo. When do I think we'll get MCU Thor? Whenever the OLT drops. So my bold prediction is that it will drop sometime this month. Ace teleport works on the same grapple system. So her teleport, yeah, the teleport to get to the platform, yeah. You can do it with X, similar to the grapple. Yeah, but it's still they still have to figure out. It basically wouldn't help the Spider-Man situation because Black Widow has the same thing. You know, you can press X to shortcut, but otherwise you're still swinging, and you need something to swing off of. Maybe they can. I think a possible solution, I don't know if they thought of this, is to give him like a web zip. Instead of him just relying on buildings, maybe he can like web zip as kind of like a dash. Like grab a point, like there can be a point on the ground that he can grab onto. So like that could possibly work, maybe.
We did it.
Or a tree or something, like something in the distance that he can zip to, and it would be like a quick dash. It can work similar to Kate's teleport,
That the Avengers, Shield, and the Resistance are here,
except hopefully instead of not cost intrinsic, it could just still be R2.
AIM seeks to take, not give.
Again, maybe it's a jumping thing. You jump, hit R2, and if there's no building or anything, he just zips in a straight line to it. And it's like, and you can like get a little flow going. So your traversal isn't entirely reliant on some kind of ledge or whatever. I think that'd be pretty cool.
What do you say?
Hulk is the best character in the game. Teach their own, but he's definitely one of the powerful. So there was a big D move.
We just gave the world a glimpse of AIM's true colors.
Yeah. Yeah, Hulk. I know Hulk mains were We're sad, but fortunately, he's still powerful. You just gotta upgrade your build, which is a pain because, well, we already know the gear system is not great. All right, so let's get some new people in. Just make sure I get cloud. What else besides cloud? Game is dry. You're gonna go play Spider-Man. Oh, that's a good one. Miles Morales or PS4? Yep. Playing this game for traversal, then you've done messed up. Playing it for the combat, then you're doing it right. If you're playing it for content, you also messed up. There's dynamics. What shooting dynamics? You've been preparing for the OT for a long time. Yeah, we've been preparing since September of last year. You got the remastered. Having a blast with the silky smoothness. Yeah, I didn't get the remastered. I had the original on PS4, and then I just bought Miles Morales. Can you play Widow? What's your Widow's power level? Was there anyone else that wanted to get in though? I know Zacer got to play earlier. I don't want to miss anybody. All right. Oh, Lewis already has Widow. Anyway. Was there anyone else that was trying to hop on? The chat being weird. You can't put the word PlayStation name. That word, Craig. It's all good. Can we do villain sectors? I did all mine. All right, Tyversal. If you have any left, then go for it. Game fails. Promise you by the time of 2060, you'll become a game developer. Make the greatest Marvel game you ever seen on all platforms. I was at Cape Power level 145, but the character level was 28. Probably from just farming gear instead of XP. Put on endgame Hawk. But the skin? Ew, why? Skin is terrible. How old are you? How old are you, Sin? 2060? Jesus. That's a long time to be a game developer. What are you, 10? Like waiting so long to be a game developer. Is that how long you plan on it taking to get a game developing company? Yeah, that'll probably take a while. So yeah, plenty. It won't take that long to be a developer. I guess you're planning on it taking decades to launch the next Insomniac. How dare you? How dare you like this garbage skin? It's easily the worst MCU skin by far. It looks horrible. Is someone? I feel like what? Is the game restarting every time? I feel like somebody picked the villain sector, but it kept restarting. You need to start a business. I think you need to graduate first from somewhere. A video game academy, whatever devs do. You don't like in-game Hawk skin? Correct. Make sure you disable your matchmaking, by the way. Hawkeye MCU the worst. Nah, bro. The ball thing is annoying. The suit itself is perfect. That's the problem. The only problem with the Hawkeye endgame suit is the arrows and the hair. Hawk's endgame suit just looks terrible. it just looks bad. They actually got Hawkeye as correct. They got all the skins correct in terms of the suits, except for Hawk's. Hawk's they got the design and the color wrong. It just looks bad. That's on top of not having the hair or the body type. Yeah, Hawk's just looks terrible. You're excited for Endgame Thor? I'm not even excited for it. I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, I can't even be optimistic about it because I feel like there's a high possibility of disappointment. Don't yell at me if you only get a 1% damage buff by upgrading your skills. Yeah, the in-game suit is not made for a fat, thicker Hawk. Facts.
You're gonna have to take them out before you can enter the facility.
Like, I can understand if they at least got the design right, but they didn't even get the costume like accurate. That's the one case where they were legit correct to complain. But I don't think there was even that big of a controversy when it came to Hawk because I don't think that many people actually cared about it. Yeah, they're gonna scale down my damage super low. So I'm the only 150.
Another enemy defeated.
Here's this teleporting BS. They really need to tune this so they can't spam it. Got him.
Guess I do bite.
I'm gonna put you where you can't teleport anymore.
We're scanning the facility for the target.
Time for one shot. You can't one shot bosses anymore. They nerfed it. Nerf mainly applies to bosses. You can't one shot bosses anymore. Am I ready for the OLT? I sure am. Question: do you have to be good at math to be a game developer? Yes. You cannot be bad at math and do develop. It depends on, as game developing is a broad term. It depends on what you're specifically trying to do. But if you're doing extensive coding, you have to have some kind of, you don't have to be like a math genius or anything, but you have to have some like basic proficiency. But you could probably get by if you're mediocre. Goodbye, dream job. You one shot at Monica and Abomination. So the only way, so I rephrase that, there is no legit way to one shot anybody in this game. If you mod your game, which I don't recommend because, you know, if Square Enix finds out you're doing, that's what you're doing, they will of course, you know, ban your account. But if you mod your game and make your characters, you know, 9,099 or whatever power, then yeah, you can one shot everything. But if you're playing legitly, then no, you can't one shot characters anymore. They patched Monica, so you can't do the Hank Pym trick anymore. You can't one shot Taskmaster or Abomination anymore. You one shot in an aim drone. Yeah, you can still one shot aim drones. You can't one shot any other. You can't one shot bosses. No, that's not, without hacking. That's not correct. You can one shot with anybody if you hack the game. But because of the nerfs, you can't actually do it anymore. Actually, switch to the Nornstone and Fault Line.
So good of you to come. A shame you won't be around long.
Glad we're on the same page about your chances.
Definitely can't do it with Hawk anymore. That's for sure.
Guess I do bite.
Attack formation.
Not your smart.
Bet that stinks.
I knocked him off the roof.
You never learn, Masters.
Ooh, a burn and a pun.
You wish you had hacks.
Yuri, I want
Yeah.
you to be the
No,
one that
it's a.
relentlessly
I don't think you
annoyed by
do.
not following orders.
It doesn't seem fun. I played with hackers before. It's funny like the first run, but after that, it's like, is this fun for you now? I feel like it would get boring after a while. Pick up Taskmaster and throw him off. I don't have. Oh, I didn't have the shrink, the Pim on the melee piece. Run with a little Thor. After watching Black Widow with careful consideration, you decide that Taskmaster is absolute garbage. I mean, there is yes. Yeah, obviously, I personally wouldn't mod even if I could get away with it. I mean, you can tear through the game easy enough. The only bit of enjoyment is when you actually are challenged, which right now is basically just in the custom harm room. Currently, the only place in the game right now
Hey folks, it's Theo, your favorite
that can challenge you if you're like an end-game player.
So, we've got a situation on our hands.
Have you used Cap yesterday? Nope. So far I've just gone, I started with Widow, I just did Hulk, now I'm on Thor. So I can just rotate out, just go down the line. Do I have Volcanic Thor? How dare you, sir?
Can you help us out?
The Avengers are happy to assist, Theo.
How dare you even ask if I would purchase such garbage? I would never. I'm done. I am done supporting mediocrity. What's up, Tyler?
We're landing at the outskirts of the facility. Be careful on your approach.
Shame on anyone that bought Volcanic Thor. Actually, I think Genius Button bought Volcanic Thor, which is definitely on brand for him. That skin is horrible.
There is a group of AIM forces up ahead.
Yeah, I got enough custom Harmon footage to put together a nice little compilation.
Your battle ends here. Is this all your men?
But eventually the custom harm room fun is going to stop, because the only reason it's actually challenging at the moment is because it's currently bugged. Whenever you set it to level 5, it automatically spawns every single wave at the same time, which is definitely not how it's supposed to work. But it's the only way the custom harm room is actually challenging.
Every member of the elite team must be defeated.
Jeez, Button, you know about him here. He has the best builds in the game. That is not correct. He is the best capper in the game. Can I stream tomorrow? I actually am streaming tomorrow. I'm streaming Loki tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last episode. So I'll be doing my usual live discussion review. Hopefully it's not a letdown. So far, the Marvel shows have fallen off at the end. I guess you can extend that to the movies if you count Black Widow. So far Loki's been great for the most part, but I am concerned how they're going to stick the landing. What's up, Darius?
Okay, folks. The short of it is, because the gamma process mutates DNA.
Someone posted a video of him in the custom harm room.
First place. No transformation, all monster. Surprisingly, the opposite for Inhumans.
Yeah, I saw the video. He was bragging to me about it. He was saying, yeah, the video said it was that I think it was Godslave made the video. He was like, yeah, this is the best in the world. Nobody can do this. And then I literally did it with like 3 characters. It's like it's just a trick. You just have to have a character that can spam takedowns. He just got them hacks. You don't even need a hack, like because I did it like the first, like after he made the video, I ran that same exact harm room, the same exact waves, and cleared it with Hawk in less than 3 minutes. It's not hard. You just have to have your build. You have to customize your build a certain way to basically abuse iframes.
Look for a chest with gear nearby.
And it helps to have a broken support ability that you can spam over and over again. With like Ring and Nebulon. Like with Kamala, you basically just slap on the ring, do your healing spirit, plus the perk that gives you the healing spirit effects for 8 seconds. Go in big in, and then just spam heavy attacks so that you can stun and just keep doing takedowns. With Hawk, all you have to do is Bone Shaker, Stranglehold, Thunderclap, rinse, repeat. With I did it with Black Widow. I posted that too. With Black Widow, you go invisible. You use the Widow's Bite to group stun, combine with the full auto, and then you just do takedowns for the next 10 minutes. It's very boring. That's not how you're supposed to simulate like upcoming content. Obviously Omega level threats aren't going to be like that. But yeah, no, we have fun with Genius Button. He's a very fun troll. I was making fun of him earlier because because part of his troll is he's always talking about he's like the best gamer in the world and everything like that. And then some guys posted a video of them just absolutely obliterating Genius Button over and over again.
The Abomination clone is defeated. Well done, Avengers.
It was very funny. Jarvis, there's a group of AIM forces up ahead. Me, wait, really? One of their agents is down. Yeah, at this point I've tuned out Jarvis, but yeah, it is fun. Like that's one of the reasons I wish I could just turn Jarvis off.
Sorry if this sounds
It's like,
a little
it's like I used to like listening to the elevator conversations,
intense. Clone abominations are
but they
no
would cut
joke.
it off just so Jarvis couldn't tell me something that I didn't need to know.
It was a pleasure to watch you work.
I can't even play Cap. Someone's using them.
It's probably not the last time we see one of AIM's clone.
That's how I could do Kamala. Why not? I never use Kamala. So who's the best then? Nobody's actually the best. There's very little skill past a certain point in this game. Because it's a looter. This game, remember, this game is a looter, but it doesn't actually have a competent loot system at all. So we can't even test to see who's the best character builder, for example, because the only way to get gear is basically pure luck. Because you can't manipulate, because you can't craft your gear or modify it in any way, and because certain gear drops with certain stats, you can't make the optimal build. So we don't know what that would look like, and if that was your strength in other games, you can't really showcase it, because right now especially it's really bad. Exotics are basically locked behind the Mega Hive. You can only do it on one account for one character per week, and the only way to assure that you get an even usable piece is you have to do the backup save thing and play it over and over again. It's like the whole loot system right now is a complete mess. The real question is, who has the biggest
Succeeded in locating a
poo-poo
different
build?
Different how?
It uses a great deal
Really?
of
Challenge for?
although it's
Yeah.
unclear why.
Why?
Let's check it out.
You playing with Kamala?
To
Yeah,
let
why
it
not?
make all the toys it wants to.
I was gonna play Cap, but someone's using Cap, and I never use Kamala. Your main is Hulk. Solid choice for a main. Hulk does smash. The challenge 4 only means something if you're not 150. So somebody should get a challenge, at least.
Loading the entrance's coordinates to your HUD.
Hulk still, yeah, Hulk is very much still the best, one of the best characters in the game.
Which is usually a good sign AIM's hiding something.
Even if he does have the worst MCU skin so far. He doesn't even have the MCU.
I've marked the Hive's entry terminal on your HUD.
What are those? Oh no. I thought you had the 4th of July cap at least.
Take them out.
Your main is store. Good. Very good choice for a main.
Get me to that terminal.
Very mighty choice, I would say. And Megan. It's so, that's the only downside of Kamala. He gets stunned by literally everything when she's embiggened, which is beyond stupid. I'm gonna grind his challenge card, get the damn skin. Get down to the ground. You just play for fun, not the meta. If you want Iron Man to be melee with exploding fists, even though it's better to have range rocket belt, that's what you do. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not like there's like a reason to play meta. Unless your meta build, you know, is bad. Like I understand if someone's meta build was bad and they couldn't clear content, then yeah, play meta. But if you can clear the content, then yeah, who cares? Not like it's not like there's like a reason. There's no leaderboard. There's still no end game. There's no PvP. Yeah, play whatever you want. As long as you can succeed, who cares? I'll use an MCU skin though. I mean, she doesn't actually need one. I saw the design in the show on set. It looks like a worse version of the one that's in the game, of her like basic suit in the game. Immortal Hawk skin, huh? I've seen some requests for that one. If they did it right, I wouldn't mind. I could use some good skins. Am I on PS5? I sure am. You wish you could kill your teammates? What you want? What like you want a PvP mode, or you just literally just want the ability to down your teammates just for fun? That'd be so toxic. You know what Kamala needs? She needs to be removed from the game.
Have you gotten into the system yet?
No,
I know you don't mean that. I know you secretly are a huge fan of Kamala.
Remember, this isn't just for you. Tony's tyranny over the music selection must end. You are on the call.
Put the Future Fight Hawk skin in the game. Put all the Future Fight skins in the game. The Future Fight skins are way better than the ones in this game. Same with Future Revolution. That's why, I mean, but they have to be. Those are cash grab mobile games. Skins are all they got.
You need to access the terminal to reach the turbine.
You want to down your teammates and defect them. Sounds like you just have some issues you need to work out, Yasin. PvP in this game would be so terrible. I could only imagine. I can only imagine how bad it would be rolled out. In Megan.
That turbine is finished. Well done. You disabled the turbine.
Not feeling so hot, guys.
Excellent. Turbine destroyed.
Don't lie, Yasin. You know you've yelled and biggin in your room by yourself many times. Captain America keeps stealing all my heroic orbs. Bad enough. It's bad enough he's using a bad skin. He's stealing my orbs. Like it. This is war. You like Kamal's healing? It's like we don't need it. You don't need it now. But if they ever add, you know, an actual raid, then you will. You will absolutely need Kamala's healing. You'll be sorry you didn't have it if you don't. But it'd have to be like a real raid. Like Ghost of Tsushima. If you played a raid in Ghost of Tsushima, if you didn't have the Ronin, which is the healer, you basically are wasting your time. Like, the healer is an essential part of the raid, but you gotta have the raid. You want the only downable character to actually be Kamala?
So far, I can only confirm.
Welcome to Fact or Catbook with your sin. Do you yell and biggin in your room when you're alone?
And sort of vague.
I think I'm gonna go with Fact on that one.
Network security is proving annoyingly impressive.
Keep digging, Jarvis.
I think Kamala is secretly your favorite Avenger.
Head for the location.
I think you have Kamala wall art
These enemies must be
and
defeated.
Funko Pop dolls. We found out that she was going to be the main character in the AAA Avengers game. I bet you couldn't even contain your excitement. It was like the best news you've ever gotten. Sorry, you're not in the mood to throw a hand. Are you mad because I'm exposing you right now? You don't have to hide it. This is a safe space you're in. You can confess your love for Kamala, the character. No one will judge you for being a fan of Mrs. Fantastic. Ms. Fantastic. Captain America's down. That's what you get for not having the MCU skin. Are they all down? I was trying to get it, but it's flying. All right, now you're gonna die.
Time to turn this around, people!
That's what you get for being poor. Exactly. What's happening here? Got these pores in my stream. How dare you not spend $14 on that MCU cap?
Let's take these guys down.
Don't say JK, Yasin. This is a very elitist stream. We're capitalists here, buddy. Kamala might be the only character you don't power up. Funny enough, Kamala was actually the last before they had DLCs. Kamala was like, I think even after Kate came out, Kamala was the only character I had that wasn't 150 because I literally just didn't feel like it because I'm like, well, I'm never going to use this character outside of the campaign, so I'm taking my time, but I eventually just knocked it out. I dare you not support foot shooting dynamics.
Updating your HUD. There is a chest with gear close by.
You buy skin now. You buy skin. Yes. Marketplace dynamics. Buy the skins, sheep.
We got company.
Any tips on beating Cosmic Cube missions? This chick has me frustrated, but you don't want to quit. I assume by this chick you are referring to Monica Rappaccini, aka the Scientist Supreme. Simple, my friend. All you have to do is get literally any range build of a character. Increase the range rating really high, and then beat up Monica until she's dead. That's all. She's really weak to range characters. If you can kill her before, if you do enough damage before he can one-shot you, which is as soon as the shield goes down, then you basically just win. Every time the shield comes down, you beat her up. Then if you do enough damage, you'll put the shield back up. You also get a damage buff every time you kill one of the weaker clones. Like, people usually focus on the main clone, but if you take the time to kill the weaker clones, you'll get a damage buff every time you do it. So do that,
So,
and you'll be fine.
over this time, huh?
She was always my favorite alias.
It's pretty easy
Mine too.
once you know the trick. Playing with Kamala 20 years after the campaign. Imagine playing this game 20 years later. The championship system has shown you who your least favorite heroes are, or you thought you played with them all evenly. Yeah, if you're doing the XP grind, doing that XP farm, it definitely has to be with a character that you actually care about. Hello. Just gotta make this chick small. Chick will fall down whole, mate. Unfortunately, they patched that one. That exploit doesn't work anymore. Stop playing as Kamala. Make me. I'm playing as Kamala until until after this 6th floor, and you can't stop me.
AIM's network is equipped with a multi-point authentication system. I need access to
Cap fight, Kate.
servers. The more the better.
I got my money on Cap in that one.
AIM will attempt to initiate
Unless the MCU, unless the fight's happening in the MCU, and the director is female, in which case Kate will destroy Captain America. No diff.
infiltration. That helps, thank you. I'm inside AIM security system.
I guess I'm on crowd control. No, reloading checkpoint.
Infiltration. Remove me from their system.
Was the problem resolved? No, we're back to reloading checkpoint.
Helps, thank you.
Damn, sorry, mate. Chick can't be small anymore. Correct. She warns you each time she's going to one-shot you, hide behind the pillars when she gives you the warning, and then step out and keep attacking her. Stop playing as Kamala. Are you on sub? You're saying it's okay. This is a safe space. You can stop pretending that you don't love Kamala. I know she's your favorite character.
If you can gain control of AIM's network temporarily, I can infiltrate the
Used to post Kamala art. Used to Yasin, fun fact, used to post Kamala fan art in the members area. Like all the time. It was crazy.
AIM's network is equipped with a multi-point authentication.
I was like, enough, Yasin, I get it. You love Kamala. No one needs that much fan art in one day. You just post fan art hour after hour after hour. It was like, enough. We get it. You love it when she yells and biggin. We all do. But there has to be a limit.
Beginning infiltration. Helps, thank you. I'm inside AIM security system.
Yeah. You didn't want it to come to this, but you guess you have to. What are you gonna do? Post some more Kamala fan art? Recite your Kamala fan song that you wrote?
That helps, thank you.
Do I need a hand commander? I'm confused. Were you missing a comma there?
Beginning infiltration.
Yeah, asking if I need a hand, like assistance, or is hand commander an actual job title that I'm currently unaware of? But sounds very dirty. So I'm gonna go no, either way. But thank you for the offer. I must decline.
AIM security network.
Are you just asking in a very weird way if you want to join the strike team? Sure. Makes more sense. No problem. What time is it?
I breached AIM network security. This hive specializes in building adaptoids.
No wonder it needs so much juice.
They appear to be trying to tip the
Back
balance of
half.
power back in their favor.
Figures. Well, let's take this place.
Have you added my
offline and
PSN yet?
tip it back.
Trying to get your Thor grow up to 20,000. Currently at 17,000. Any tips? More valor? You could also, if you also haven't
Updating your HUD.
done the champion system yet, it increases your, that actually increases your heroic rating. If you do the champion system, I think because crit damage is part of your heroic rating. So if you upgrade the champion system to improve your like crit, I think your heroic rating automatically is going to go up. Yeah, my PSN is Sadat Soul. Just add me. How was the story of the game? Story was fine. For a lot of people, it was the best part of it. Some people thought it was the best part of the game. I thought it was solid. They did a lot of things better in the campaign, particularly when it came to boss fights and in the actual initiative.
One of their agents is down.
Like the set pieces were really good, like fighting on the helicarrier, the Modoc fight, even Taskmaster and Abomination fights were better in the campaign because they actually had phases and cutscenes. It was good.
Well done. That squad member has been neutralized.
You think your problem was Iron Man precision for range? You don't need might at all. If you're just making a ranged Iron Man, you don't need might at all. With Iron Man, for ranged Iron Man, I suggest precision for the range damage, resolve so you have some health, and valor so his heroics can pack a little bit of a punch. Check my Twitter. Why am I going to see something weird?
The hive's offline. Is that the only one of those we'll find, Jarvis?
Impossible to say.
He just shared some Kamala fan art.
But they are tenacious.
Stay alert.
Very sweet. How much you love this character. Little weird. Not gonna lie. I don't understand simping for Kamala like you do, but her voice actress, on the other hand, Sandra Saad. She's definitely simp worthy. I'm not gonna hold you there. Think this game will bounce back after War for Wakanda? It very much depends on all the stuff they add outside of the DLC itself, outside of like Black Panther the character. Campaign Abomination fight with Hulk smashes lab equipment on Abomination and multiplayer version. He hugs Kamala. Yeah, it's definitely all around much better. Am I going to watch the new G.I. Joe movie? Probably not. I'm not going to, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen the trailer or anything, but just your description of there being a new G.I. Joe movie, I assume it's terrible. Like most things that are coming out of Hollywood, so probably not. This is bull. This will all just be easy if you stop pretending you hate Kamala. Well, we all know the truth. Which red room do you find robotic plague enemies in? I think it's the third one. No, the last one. Definitely the last one. I predict Cap being alive. Pretty much everyone. I mean, everyone knew Captain America was alive. It's an Avengers game. That was pretty obvious from the beginning. They were going to have an Avengers game without Captain America. So, yeah, that wasn't much of a shock. I assumed everyone knew going in that Captain America was not actually dead at A-Day. Spoiler alert. It would have been quite the twist though, if they decide to make an Avengers game without Captain America. I can imagine how the subreddit would have reacted. They would have been so mad. You love Kamala on opposite day.
Go, Commander.
Mute this.
Commander.
I wish I could show you guys the fan art for Kamala that Yasin sent me, but the message that he included was so heartfelt and just personal that I would feel bad sharing it with you guys. It seemed very personal. But just know that I appreciate how sensitive you are, Yasin, and how passionate you are about Kamala Khan. What's the best gear for Black Widow? Anything that gives you increased damage while you're invisible. That guys is a cool character in G.I. Joe. What's the plan? The plan is I'm going to kill some robots.
Hey, Avengers. Shield
I'm not going to use my headset. I'm just going to use my mic like I am now for the stream. You can do whatever you want. You are muted.
Worse than that, they have the entire
So,
area of
say whatever you want.
orbital stress beam.
You hate life.
As soon as the team got close, they torched the data
Why?
center
Because
several
Kamala
times,
isn't real,
and they'll do it again.
and you can't ever hang out with her.
Need that list.
I understand.
So we'll send in the big guns. Not a problem, Commander.
I understand how disappointing it is when the person that you love the most isn't real. You were disappointed in Taskmaster and Black Widow. I think most people that walked out of that movie were, assuming they knew who Taskmaster was going into it.
Despite the forest fires, there are AIM forces in the area.
Disappointed is an understatement.
AIM doesn't care
Yeah, if
about
you were a
the
legit
forces.
fan of the character, then you probably walked away from that movie absolutely furious. If you didn't care about the character, but you were aware of the character, you were probably like, oh, they butchered this one pretty badly. If you had no idea, you were probably like, yes, girl power.
Take these guys out.
Woo! Or whatever.
So long, pal.
Might as well leave at this one. But you want? You're going to work on some more Kamala fan art? I understand. I won't hold you. Right. Where are those enemies? I feel like they're so spread out. Let me duck in my shield. Got him. Ultron ever going to be in the game? Shit, I'm trying to see if, are you new to the game? Because I don't want to. I guess, should I just spoil it? Yes, Ultron is going to be in the game. I'll say that. Play through the story, including the Monica Cosmic Cube boss fight. After you beat Monica in the story, go to the anthill.
Looks like AIM brought their own set of big guns. Let's take them out.
Outpost in Utah and talk to Hank Pym. Don't die, you sin. You still have to see Mala make her debut on Disney Plus. You can't die until then.
One has fallen.
Got one.
Another.
The data center isn't.
Stanley is turning over in this raid.
Retrieve your list. This list.
If he isn't now, he definitely will when Eternals comes out.
I promise you, anyone we contact, we'll keep.
Collection of multiple of the same heroes is so good. When Black Panther comes out, everyone will play as him. Yeah, I mean, people were wondering why they even took it out of the game. They wanted it at launch, but some purists were like, no, but what about my immersion? And people were like, screw that, it's a superhero game. Let us play as multiple heroes, especially since matchmaking is bad. So I think we're getting Thor with the OT. Yep, that's been my prediction so far. this whole time, because they only seem to release the OLTs when there's an event. And the closest thing to an event this month is going to be the OLT.
That's one.
What's up, Sabina? You bet. Played Avengers game on PS4. Feels dead because you have problems. Yeah, matchmaking is I mean, I don't have problems with matchmaking, depending on the time of the day
Monaco have a hard time putting a list together like that again.
that I'm on. But hopefully, but definitely when the multiple hero thing drops, it won't be as much of an issue. I hate doing those things. Glad you can do them solo. Oh, another champion point that I'm not going to use.
I'll lean on you for priority ranking of these potential defectors.
Looking forward to it.
Okay, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another Marvel's Avengers stream. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to head out of here. Eat for the first time today. If you're looking for a challenge, Zach, try the custom harm room. The currently only place. So I'll be back playing Marvel's Avengers on Thursday for the reset. I'll be streaming tomorrow for the finale of Loki. It'll be a lot of fun. And of course, I'll be back Friday for the dev stream where hopefully we get Christopher Judge. So I'll see everybody next time. Thanks for the support. Be safe out here. And I'll